G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Man Cave Tuesday. Hope you all had a ripper week. What do we got going on in this video? It's bloody hot. Bit of barbecue work. Pete shows us an old bloody aeroplane. Oh, muck around with that Dremel stuff. Start the revamp on the trailer. And we do the Wheel of Death for the crew giveaway. Righto, let's check out this hot stuff. Bloody hell guys, it is hot. Have a look at this, 40 degrees Celsius, man. Bloody crazy. I just wish it would rain. Maybe I have to do a bloody, I don't know, a rain dance or something. We'll do a bit of a jig. All right, there we go, jiggy jig, come on, rain. Hey, jiggy jig jig, yeah. Whoa, loving it. That's the magic. Rightio guys. Bit of barbecue stuff, got the old angry cock. Still 40 degrees. Bloody you dry up pretty quick in this weather. Just waiting for this barbecue to start smoking. Then I can, actually I'll put some of this on. Knock a bit of that on. Tell you what, I'm really loving this barbecue. I think I've got it really well sealed, seasoned, that's what they say, seasoned. It's a breeze to cook on it and it's just real easy to clean up, just using one of these bloody putty things. Works good. Right, so come on, have we got the smoke going yet or what? Uh-oh, I might be out of gas. Must be out of gas. Hang on. Right, that's all right, guys. We've got a spare one. Thanks, baby. I'll take that one. Get up there. I'll tell you what, these gas cylinder bloody thread things, because they're reverse thread. It's always really, you've got to have it right on that right angle, and then you're thinking, hey, you're doing it the wrong way. Is this one not reversed? Right, get it bloody going again. I've got it turned on. There we go. That's going. That's going. That's going. Righto. Now I'll wait for it to smoke up. Rightio, so we're starting to smoke up. With bloody snags on there. Onions on there. Oops, geez, they're bloody getting soft. Butter in first, Mark. Righto. Woo. Looking good. So today me and Nay went down to Campbell's Creek, which is Bendigo, Castlemaine, Campbell's Creek. About, I don't know, 35, 40k up the road. They had a collectibles market. I tell you what, we headed through Castlemaine, then you head towards Campbell's Creek, and we're looking for the signs to say, antique collectibles fair. And Nay had looked on, seen it online, and it said about the footy oval. So we go out to Campbell's Creek and we follow to where the footy oval is. If you see the footy oval, there's nothing there. But we were all in front of all these cars, and there was a whole heap of, they were old Valiants. I don't know what model, but they had like fins out the back. Really cool looking bloody machines. So we're following them, and then all of a sudden they pull over. So I drove up past a bit and I went, nah, this can't be right. I turned back and then bloody ran down the window and said, you looking for the fare? And they said, yeah, we don't know where the hell it is. So I said, righto, we'll just go back in. Anyway, go back down into town and I look and there's a sign, the fare, but it doesn't point anywhere. It's past this road, and we've seen this community centre, and they was looking on the phone and it said something about the community centre, which is nowhere near the bloody football oval. So we head down this road and then, hey presto, there it is. All these cars. So obviously lots of people knew how to get to it, but it just amazes me, these people that put on these events and just don't put decent signage. Like they could have had right on the road, antique fair with an arrow pointing to go that way. Not a problem. Bloody crazy. Anyway, it was good to have I've been running for a couple of days. Today was the last day. Today's Sunday, and we finished at 2 o'clock. I think we got there at about 12 o'clock. So some of them were starting to pack up and all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty cool. And I picked up, I'll show you, picked up one of those. Look at that. Got it for 20 bucks. I don't know if that's cheap or expensive or whatever, but you know, it's always nice to come away with something. And of course it's shell, hence I like shell. To come away with something and it's going to live in the man cave under Tommy the Mad Max postie bike. That's where I think I'm going to leave him. Righto, let's get these turning. Shout out to Pete, man, thanks. Still going on these. I'm nearly bloody knocking them all over. I actually quite like them now. Righto, I won't bore you guys anymore with this shit. I reckon, speaking of Pete, check this out.
G'day guys, how's it going? I'm just here at the Wangaratta airport. We've got a Texan, an old World War II trainer plane just about to come into land. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll get some footage of him landing the aircraft. So here he comes. I'll just try and zoom in on him. Okay, he's just landed. He's up the other end of the runway there. I'll get him when he taxis back. Pretty sure this aircraft does aerobatic flights, so you can pay some money and go on a flight in this aircraft. Nice sound on the radial engine. Looks like he's going down to the end of the runway and going to take off again. Okay, he's just lined up on the runway again here. We'll just see what he's going to do. Should sound pretty cool if he takes off again. Probably doing some pre-takeoff checks. Here he goes. Yeah, this will be cool. You'll really be able to hear this radial engine as he takes off. It's loud, screams. Hope you enjoyed that. Back to the man cave.
Yo, Pete, what's going on? Oh, yeah, all right. Oh, I was just getting set up for this bloody Dremel / Ryobi tool thing. All right, okay, back to you guys. Back to Pete. See you, mate.
Okay, he's just done a circuit. He's coming into land again, so I'll get some footage of him landing again. So here we go. I'll just flip the camera. Yeah, so these Texans, I think they're known as Texans in America or and in Australia and maybe even Canada they're called Harvards. They've just got a radial engine in them, and they were used to train pilots or fighter pilots during World War II. So they've got a two-seater, so they have an instructor in the back with a trainee pilot in the front. And there's a few of these aircraft still in Australia, and they just conduct joy flights in them nowadays. Really cool sound in the engine. He's going to go again, so going to get a little bit more footage of him on this takeoff. Enjoy the sound of that radial engine. There goes the tail wheel, he's up. Okay guys, he might taxi past us at the moment, so I'm just going to get a bit of footage of this. I'll swing it. Now over here, getting some work done to it's another training plane that we used in our Air Force a fair while ago. It's a Windgeel. I'll just zoom around here, not too fast for you. Yeah, he's going to taxi in. He'll probably even taxi right past us. So you get a good look at this aircraft. He's going to come right past us. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that. Motorcycles and aircraft, you just can't beat it, particularly World War II aircraft. Okay, this time, back to the man cave.
Rightio, thanks Pete, that was bloody ripper. Right, so last week I was saying about, picked up this Dremel, we call it the Batman bloody Duvalaki. That's it, it's the Batman Duvalaki. I was saying I've got this Ryobi rotary tool. I just say it's a Dremel. This is an actual Dremel. This is Nay's Dremel. We've had this one for years. And she got this, what we call a Batman thing on it. And I was wondering, because I had a problem, come over here, we'll get down close and I'll explain it better. Rightio, let's start with, so with the Ryobi tool, rotary tool, or Dremel, whatever you want to call it, this is what you get. And now I believe maybe you get this with the Dremel as well. So it's just this tiny little screw. And actually when I was trying to put this on earlier, you'll see that it's already broken. So when you're using this, these break so easy because there's hardly anything supporting that blade. So real pain in the ass, and you know, obviously I'm not the bloody steadiest of hands, and whenever you're using these you've got to be really straight, and if you go kind of like off kilter while you're in the cut, it just snaps it and it flies apart. So I thought, well, Nay has this really cool thing, and that's this. So this is a whole kit, but the main thing is that little piece there, which is what's on Nay's. So that there is what we call the Batman. So underneath here, you just pull this like that. And if I just do that, you can see that. You turn it, and it comes off like that. And if you look at that, it looks like the Batman symbol. That's why we call it the Batman symbol. So to put that, you back on like that, turn it to the side. Hey, presto, you're in. Cool. So I thought, can I get this for mine? Will it work in my one? And hey presto, it does. So pull this out. You can buy this by itself, but it was much cheaper to buy it as a set because you get all these cutting blades. Pull that out, get my, get my thing, just bloody whack it in there and then tighten that up. Done. So now all I've got to do is pull that down like that so you can see the little Batman. Put it over that, turn it around, and that's as easy as that. Instead of getting a screwdriver, where'd that other one bloody go? Here it is. You have to get a screwdriver, you bloody, you know, put your short lookers on so you can see it because it's that small, and you undo this. You've got two little washers. You've got to take one washer off, and it's just, as you can see, it's just fiddly. The old Batman thing is bloody brilliant. So obviously all the stuff that you can get for this Dremel to slot in there is going to work on the Ryobi. Now I had a look online, hang on. Oh, let's just see this in action, eh? There you go. Bloody ripper. Right, so I was having a look online to see how much a Dremel would cost you, and I reckon these Dremel machines have gone way down in price since the Ryobis, the Ozito. I paid $109 for this whole thing. That includes having that, the little mounting bloody hanging off thing, and a whole bunch of bits and pieces. The Ozito, I had a look, it doesn't have this part on it, so it's just, it connects directly on there, which this can do the same thing. It was $39, so it would be the same deal. You could get the Dremel attachments just to go straight into that. That's a really cheap option. I see on the websites, Total Tools, Bunnings, they don't list the bloody tool anymore. And I know Bunnings was selling the tool. That's where I bought this one from. So I don't know, since they've brought out these cheaper ones, they're not worrying about selling the Dremel tool because everybody's going with these. And then they still have a full range of all the actual Dremel stuff. But I found a site, a hobby site, and they had them. And this is a 3000, which is the old model. I think there's a 4000 and a 5000 model. This one was $135, I think it was. So that's way cheaper from what I bought. And then they have the other ones where they're like $200, the newer models. Anyway, so there you go. So anybody that's thinking about getting one of these and should they go with a Dremel or not or whatever, I would say personally, everybody's going to have a different thing. For the shit that I do, I'm just mucking around. The Ryobi tool works exactly the same as that. I can't tell any difference now that I can use the Dremel attachments into here. Obviously there might be specialized things, I don't know. I'm just saying everything works. Buy the cheaper version and then pay the extra for the Dremel. And obviously with these, because they have the metal, it's a lot stronger, because you can get the other ones like that. Whatever. Cool, there you go. Get out of here. Rightio guys, another 40-degree day. It's slowly starting to come down. It's about 38 degrees. Right, trailer. Actually no, first you'll notice on the top there is the little scoop. Now when me and Nay went down to Castlemaine, we took the Jeep because her car needs regassing for the bloody air conditioner. Jeep's all right. Went really good, and I think we said to ourselves, we think it's a little bit quieter having that on, so that was a bonus. The other thing was that we reset the mileage on it, and we're down to 16. I think we got down to 16.5 litres per 100 kilometres, where it's been sitting up around the 19. Granted, I have been doing a lot around town with the trailers, you have full loads of bricks and bloody trees and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's a bit promising. Right, and I've also got, hang on. Right, so the new thing is that I took off that big, the hijack. I never used it. I'm not going in places where I'm really gonna have to use one of those. I've got a jack in there which would get me out of any trouble, hopefully. Anyway, so I've gotten rid of that big heavy thing, the big long shovel. I've now got this one on there. There is an adapter that you can make this long, but I don't need that. But I've got these, what do they call them? Fist grips or something. Look at that, just bloody bolted on there. They're just made out of rubber and they're just easy on and off. I know they're not secure, as in from someone pinching your shovel if they want your shovel, but that's it, and that's bloody ripper, super light, brilliant. Okay, so now onto the trailer. So those that haven't been following me for ages, I jigged this up. So this is a 6x4 garden trailer. There's nothing special about it. It is good construction, but it is just a garden trailer. So I converted this to be able to use this as a support vehicle when we do the ramble rides. It has worked brilliantly. Now I've had this thing for over 10 years. I've never replaced anything on it. Like, it's still got the original bearings, bloody all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it just works really good, but I want to make it even better. Now I've had this on here, so that's a ramp for getting bikes up. It's just sat there on bolts, and I have wing nuts which are down there to hold that on there. Works brilliantly. This can still be on there, and if you want to open it up, it opens up, no worries. Hey presto, it's good for chucking bits and pieces in there, chainsaws and tables that go on the back and all that kind of stuff. So it's due for get rid of whatever rust. These, I don't know if you remember, I had a whole heap, it was about that much water in the bottom of that. I don't know how the hell it got in there, but these things are notorious. Any of these cheap ones, like super cheap auto branded boxes, people always complain about water getting in them and dust and all that kind of stuff. So I had to drill holes in the bottom to have all the water, and if any more water came in, it would then have a way of getting out. So I want to replace that. Anyway, Matt had that thing which I've bought off him, which I'm going to show you. Anyway, this all runs really good. Even having that on there, I was still able to, not jackknife and hit into that. But now that I've got this new one, which is here, I'm going to show, hang on. Yeah, this big bad boy, it's a whole lot more wider. And I could only turn so far before it would hit on here. And it was just too close. So I was bloody trying to work out how I was going to, hang on. How the hell I was going to sort that problem out. Was I going to start to put that partly in here, because this front thing actually slides, goes down, so I could bring it in. But if I bring it in, that means that I wouldn't be able to have bikes come in or put bikes on there. It'd be a real struggle to get a bike on if I was doing that. So I'm taking up the real estate in the trailer. Bad idea, I reckon. The other thing was, my other thing was the drawbar, because this is only a short drawbar, and you can get those big long ones. So I thought, oh, maybe I could do that, but geez, the expense and the bloody dicking around, and I could maybe do it myself. But I don't know, trailers and my welding, I don't think that's a good idea. Although in my head I go, no, you could do it, Mark. Anyway, I was out here with Nay, looking at it, and she goes, can't you just lengthen the tongue? And I went, interesting. So I jumped on Google and hello, check this out. So that is to lengthen the part that's on the back, which I'll show you in a minute. And you can get these in all varying sizes. This is a 14-inch one. Now I know you got to remember, because some guys will be going, oh, but Mark, the toe ball weight capacity is reduced by having one of these on there. I understand that nothing ever really heavy goes in this, and I fully understand the whole thing of balancing a trailer and getting it to all, you know, yeah, I've had it for over 10 years and I haven't busted it, so I think I know what I'm doing. Righto guys, so I'll just quickly remove some of this stuff. Opa. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this stuff, guys. Oh, but I'm an idiot. The other thing, this is aluminium, so I reckon this is actually nearly lighter than that other one. I'd say on par, because the other one's steel. Oh. Right, so as you can see now, I'm too close, so if I'm wanting to reverse or even just doing a sharp turn, this here is going to hit on here. We did a bit of testing when we were at Matt's place. When I was working out whether I wanted this, I brought the trailer over there and did a bit of mucking around. We had a thought of building a box down there and having this sit up higher, but I'm running out of time, guys. I've bloody got to get these rides going, and this is something that I need to get done to be able to start doing that shit. So I think I'm just going to sit it at that. So the problem of it being down there, as opposed to that, I'll get to that other thing, is that when you opened up this, I think it came to about there. So that meant that I'd have to be always bending down. But now, so it must have been about, it was like that. That's how it opened. We've now made it go like that, which is really good because you kind of like do that. It's just a whole lot better. And we just did that today. And I'll tell you what, guys, this was another Nay idea, because we were thinking maybe we'd have to change the struts, get bigger ones. But we took these out just to see how far this would go back. And it only goes that far back because that piano hinge and the stuff meets there, so it's pretty much where it's at its limit. So Nay goes, can't you just extend this bit? So hey presto, that's what we've bloody done, extended it, and it works brilliantly. I tell you what, these bits here, that was, I've cut that corner off and filed that all over. That was a point, and I tell you what, that was as sharp as. So I'll bloody fix that up quick smart, because you know, I'm supporting bloody blokes on motorbikes out in the middle of friggin' nowhere, and then, you know, one of the guys, depending on what we're having, they might be going in there to grab something, and hey presto, grab your bloody arm or something, it would have put a big tear in you. Shut up, Mark. Right, so let's have a look at this lengthening, fixing that up. What are we going to do? All right, oh, bloody wind. So when you're, the rule of thumb, I believe, is you measure from that point there to that point there. You halve that, and this gives you your minimum distance from the back to wherever the trailer is. Obviously you can have smaller ones, which then you can have it closer, but as long as it's half, and this is over half, so bloody brilliant. Right, what are you doing, Mark? So all we do is grab that. Oh shit, hang on. I'll bring you down. All right, remember guys, it's hot, I'm not running on all bloody cylinders. So pull that out, bring that out, grab our extension, whack that in to there. It actually came with a lockable, oh, do I have the key? I've got to get the key, hang on. Righto, got the key, unlock that booyah, pulls apart, whack that through there. take the key out, Mark. Somehow it locks, and there you go. She's locked. Put the cover back on so that... Right, then just grab your original thing and like you do that through there. Make sure you put your clip on, obviously. Ugh. And look at that, we now have an extension. And hey presto, so now I've got heaps of room. I can pretty much jackknife this before it, well, jackknifing means that's when you bloody hit it, but yeah, I can bring it sideways. Have the trailer sideways, which I would not normally do. So as I said, so that's a quick, easy fix for having that on there. I've got lots of things to work out with this. You know, I've got the ramp. I think I'm going to buy a what do you call it? A lighter weight one, because those are pretty heavy. I've got 2 of those. I got that which was for actually getting Harry onto that trailer. I don't know why I was going to. I think it was just in case something happened. I don't know. It was just me bloody fiddle farting around. But I know you can get a lot lighter ones, so I most probably get a new one of those. Hardly ever use the ramp on the rambles because you know, most of the time people don't bloody break down and we don't have to, you know, carry their bike or something like that. We have had the occasion where we have had to do that. Got to do these, but I want to get lower all that down and have some type of automatic table system, which I think I've mentioned about. It's all got to be stripped back, repainted, blacken the tyres. I think I will end up putting, these have got leaf springs on it, and actually the leaf spring on this side, the bottom, one of the has jumped out of where it gets in the cradle. It's actually, I noticed it was out, but it hasn't affected the performance of the trailer. So I'll most probably get new leaf springs. I'll most probably even look at redoing the bearings and stuff. But I want to put the axle, the leaf springs on top of the axle, because at the moment they're on the bottom. So I'm going to move it to the top, which will lift it up, which means when we've got tables and stuff, it's a whole lot better, you know, as bent down. And I think it should be an easy fix this end, because when this is, when it's just flat, the trailer and the Jeep are just beautifully flat. You know, you don't have the trailer where it's either doing this or doing this when it's hooked on. So that this part here, if I put that onto the top, I believe I'll just spin that over, so this curve will actually curve up and it will bring it up to here, and then the ball will be on top, and I think that should work out pretty good. So that's what I've got to get bloody going. Hopefully we'll just be able to mount that the same. Anyway, so coming along, you'll be seeing me doing all these bits and pieces to it. I just wanted to give you the quick rundown of that. Righto. Rightio guys, time for the Wheel of Death, where a lucky crew member gets to win this rescue swag. So that's a first aid kit. I've done a bloody thing on the videos, and we've also got the consolation prize, which is mechanics gloves. Bloody whatever.
Jeez, I thought you were going to challenge me to a duel.
Slap. So what I'm going to do is focus you over onto that computer. That has that program, the weighted program, so all the entrants are in there. I think there's about 55 guys that have gone to go in it, and whatever level they're on, they get the tokens. It's a weighted thing. Right, so as I click, there's going to be a name there, and the name currently is,
which doesn't count,
Thomas Johnson. Sorry that you're not counted. So when I click this choose button, it's then Nate's gonna write down on that. Boom. And then we'll spin this wheel.
Whatever it lands on
is the winner. And then Nate's gonna cut all the rest of them up, put them in that helmet, draw out for the consolation prize. Righto, you ready to go? Let's get into it. And this is all done in one film, so there's no shockiness going on. Hopefully we can get in on that. That should be it there. If I move that screen around, sorry guys, it's a bit wobbly. I'll go now in front of that. Can they still see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Righto, ready? Here we go. First, Mike Housey.
And Mike?
Mike, yep. Tell me when you got that one.
Yep.
Mick Vale.
How's he spelling it? Really?
Rick Quit. So R-I-C and then Q-U-I-T-T.
Alright, we're not getting the full name.
Alright. Mike Gunn. M-I-K-E. G-U-N-N. Douglas Lockhart. Mike Warby from South Australia. Paul Harvey. How many have we got to go?
One more.
Ray Mills. Brilliant. Righto. Now, oh, hopefully that was all in. Hopefully that was in focus, guys. Comes out. We're all a bit orange. Come round to there. Oh, in actual fact, I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. Still recording. Oh, you do it. I'll spin it.
You spin it.
I'll just do it lightly because this thing's got really good bloody motion on it. But it'll just keep going. Now I've tested this wheel. Just before I did it 3 times. It landed on something different, so it's not, you know, biased in any way. Obviously we can't get this biased because it's just, yeah. Audi, Harley, Triumph, Honda, Suzuki, BMW. Jeez, come on. Are you getting ready to bloody call it? Is it Honda? No, it's Suzuki, BMW, Honda, oh Yamaha, Kawasaki, KTM.
Douglas.
Douglas. Brilliant. Righto. So now you've got to cut those up. Get this helmet. So good on you, Douglas. You bloody, that's it. That is yours, mate. Now remember, make sure on the cruise site that the address that you've got in there is correct. So I don't send it to the wrong bloody joint. So the rest of these are getting all screwed up. Like that. Are we seeing what we're doing? No, we're not. We're over here.
Oh, they're all screwed up.
Chuck them all in that helmet. Boom. Shake it around. Grab one out. There we got Paul H. Is it H? Paul H?
Paul H.
Yeah, that's it. Show it there. They can see it. Sorry, this is it. Brilliant. So Paul, you get
Gloves.
the mechanic gloves. Brilliant. Righto, there you go, guys.
Job done.
Yep. Rightio, guys, I run out of bloody time to do the new crew members, the bloody credit roll, I've got mailbag time, so I'll get all that done next week. Oh, and of course BB News, I didn't do that either. Bloody hell, hopeless. Well, there you go, guys, that is Man Cave Tuesday done and dusted for another week. Hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.